Hi, my name is Tshifhiwa Tshivhengwa, the CEO of Tourism Business Council of South Africa. I'm sorry I couldn't be there with you. I would have loved to be in Durban, in KZN, to contribute to the work that you're doing at this conference and to give some of the opinions that we have as a Tourism Business Council live at the stage. However, since I couldn't be there, I decided that I can record something that will then be part of the conference. The tourism sector is navigating the global and domestic challenges. And I think it's very important that we keep in mind that our industry is very sensitive to the shocks that may be coming from the global markets and also the shocks that could come from domestic ongoings in our own country. But what's important is that we are prepared as a sector to ensure that we can survive these shocks and we can ensure that we prosper. If you look at Durban as an example, we have had disasters that have created a situation whereby a lot of domestic travelers were not going to Durban, and we saw this in the previous years during the festive season when we look at the numbers and the performance of the hotels as a marker in Durban, and we saw that not many have done well in terms of the occupancy rate, and even the car hire companies, we could see that they've not done well. The airlift matter is another matter that we also saw that we didn't do too well. It's very important that as we sit and discuss what we need to do in the province, the focal point of the province being Durban, we ensure that the damage that has been done is reversed. One of the things that we did when we had a problem in Cape Town, when we had a situation of day zero, we then went and did an international campaign to simply tell people that there is water in Cape Town, and therefore people should not think of Cape Town and think that there is no water and therefore they should not travel there. The same thing needs to happen in Durban and KZN. The disaster that has happened, there's a lot of negative PR that came in terms of the beaches, no one being able to go and swim in the beaches, the sewage that was spilling into the ocean, and all the diseases or all the things that were uncovered when they were testing the water. It's important that we go to the world and tell the world that KZN and Durban is back in business and people should be able to travel to the province. The self-drive market used to go via the Drakensberg, spend a night or two, navigating all the way to Durban, going all the way to the north, to the game reserves, and we do know that market has not been there, and we need to do something about that. We cannot have KZN not having enough tourists going into KZN and contributing to the tourism economy. We need to ensure that in whatever we do, marketing and PR is in the forefront. We need to tell the world that we're open for business. We need to tell the world about the products that are there that they can come and enjoy. We also need to stimulate the domestic market to ensure that come December or come school holidays, a lot more people are traveling to Durban. It's that important. We have many assets that are sitting in the province, and we need to ensure that those assets are utilized. We need to ensure that those businesses are prospering. And of course, people are employed within the sector. So it's very important that we do that. In order to do all the things that I've said, partnership is very important. The partnership between the public sector and the private sector is critical. This is from provincial level to municipal level. We need to ensure that we are all working together and we have the same goal. So it's very important that we work together, hand in hand as partners, meaning that we plan together from inception. We all go through the APPs together, we go through the operational plans together, and we do the implementation together. If we do these things together, we will prosper, there will be perseverance, and we will see some positive results coming into our way. So partnership is key. And we as a private sector are always open to partnership. And we do know that when we partner, and we've done so in many other areas where private sector and public sector partner together, there's good results. I think we should continue to do that, and especially for KZN, in the position that it holds, partnership is everything. One of the things that we've done from the TBCSA and TOMSA side is to ensure that we fund Durban Direct, which is aimed at attracting more airlines to fly into King Shaka Airport from various parts of the world. That is an example of good partnership that is backed up by finance to make sure that things are happening, from that point of view. We also have a partnership with the Drakensberg cluster, where we will be upgrading the Didima Rock Art Center to make sure that the entrepreneurs in the area are able to ply their trade and participate in the tourism industry. And that partnership is critical in making sure that tourism is inclusive and tourism is for everyone. Looking ahead into the future, we need to ensure that tourism is inclusive. We need to make sure that we're using technology. We also need to make sure that our young people are included when we are considering who we're going to be employing in our industry. It's very important that we are focused, we are sustainable as an industry, and sustainability doesn't only mean environmental sustainability. It also means that we're sustainable from working with communities, working with women in tourism, working with youth, working with township businesses, and of course ensuring that the whole ecosystem, as I've said, is inclusive, is representative, and is an ecosystem that everyone can look at and say the tourism industry in KZN is inclusive, it's resilient, and there will be growth in the next coming few years. We don't have a lot of time in terms of writing new plans all the time. Our time should be spent on implementation and showing the results in terms of what is it that tourism can do to impact the economy of the province, to impact the employability of young people in the province, and to add more people into the payroll, and to ensure that it's sustainable for the community and also for the environment. I wish you well in the conference. I do wish I was there, but I know that in whatever you're going to be deliberating on, it has to be backed up by finance, because a plan without finance backing is just a plan in the paper. It's academic. We need to ensure that everything that we do and all the decisions that are taken or all the resolutions that are taken are backed up by finance. Thank you so much.